The Judmont International promises to be another defining moment in the career of the best horse many of us have seen. Days before his first tilt at 10 furlongs, Frankel limbered up for York in the driving summer rain on Newmarket Heath. So far as we could gather, given the prevailing conditions, this extraordinary colt looked in as good form as ever. But how does the racing manager to Prince Khaled Abdullah, Teddy Grimthorpe, view the significance of Frankel's next assignment on the Knavesmire?
It's a very big moment because really it's the meeting of so many different things. From the point of view of Prince Khaled, it'd be the 22nd year he's sponsored the race, his flagship race. He's bringing his flagship horse, the third generation Judmont bred horse, to the Knavesmire. And I think really it's been in, we looked at the possibility of bringing him last year, and Henry decided he wanted to wait a little longer. When we talked about the plans for this year, it was very much in the forefront of our minds, and Prince Khaled was keen and Henry was very keen, and I think this is an exciting moment.
As such, for all that he's bolted up in 3 Group 1s already this season, has the season been geared around this moment?
I would say so. I think certainly for this part of the season we've been looking towards the Judmont, which is why he specifically went to the Sussex Stakes, because Henry liked the timing of everything in order to get him hopefully spot on for the Judmont at York.
Because he's so imperious, any records that he breaks seem almost incidental, but he will become the record-breaking winner of consecutive Group 1 races in Europe should he succeed, and should he succeed in his subsequent start, he will equal Zenyatta's record for most consecutive wins at the top level. Had either of those records occurred to you?
I mean, what we've always said about this horse is that we'd always try and do the best. We wouldn't. We are not going to jump over every single hurdle that everybody wants us to do, as it were. But we wanted to do it the best to allow him to show him at his best, I think, and to get him to each race to show he's the best.
Is there a chance that this could be his career-defining performance? Could he be even more devastating at 10.5?
We'd all like to think so. I think that the extraordinary thing about this horse is that what is originally so extraordinary almost becomes the norm after you look at the sort of Guineas, and then the QE2 last year, and then the Queen Anne this year, Sussex Stakes. They on their own would be, for almost any other horse, extraordinary, lifetime best. With this horse, he's been so incredibly consistent at the very top level. It's a huge tribute to Henry and all the team at Warren Place.
Neither Prince Khaled nor Sir Henry was able to make the Kipco Sussex Stakes owing to ill health. Will either be able to attend York?
I very much hope both will attend. As far as Prince Khaled goes, he's certainly determined to come if he possibly can. He's been recovering from his back operation, and I know there's nothing. I mean, it's been circumstances have stopped him twice from coming to see Frankel, and I can't tell you the anguish that it was for him, because if you breed racehorses and get to a horse like Frankel, you want to see every moment he is on the racecourse, because they're so precious. As far as Henry's going, he told me that he wanted to come. The most important thing he has been doing, he's not been coming racing recently. As I said, he's got to get his health and concentrate on his health and his horses, and he can do that well from home. But I gather he'd like to try and come for the day, and his spirits are great. He's got to continue with his treatment, but he's incredibly determined and unbelievably well focused. So it would be fantastic if he could come.
As regards the race as a whole, Judmont won it, of course, last year with Twice Over, who beat Midday. That was a hugely important moment for Prince Colour, because it's a race you'd been obviously trying to win for many years, and twice over might come back.
Yeah. Twice is, well, he's the defending champion, so he deserves another crack. Prince Khalid was very much of the opinion that if other horses didn't want to come for whatever reason, that he would support his own race, and Twice he deserves to be here. Really, he's a legitimate contender in every way, and the prize money is outstanding.
And will Bullet Train accompany them both?
Yep. But Bullet be there to I think just to set a normal, sensible pace.
As regards the other supporting feature on the opening day, Frankel's brother, Noble Mission, will run, which I'm sure will give everybody from Judmont a kick as well. Is he a horse that continues to progress between his races? Has he made strides again since Goodwood? Because he seems to be less lazy each time he runs.
Yes, I think he was sort of, he was always been a sort of genuine horse, but if anything, he's been a slightly sort of slow learner in terms of actually understanding what is required and when in a race, and the hood has helped him certainly. I think it helps him sort of concentrate, and obviously it blocks out the noise. Whether he'd go with that again this time, we're looking at, because in terms of the laws of diminishing returns, I think there is a possibility here. So we need to keep him fresh and concentrating. Equally so, we want to give him the best possible chance of running his best race.
And I suppose the other important horse to talk about is Bated Breath in the Coolmore Nunthorpe Stakes, because for you domestic Group 1 is vital with him.
It is vital because we're looking at hopefully a stallion prospect for Banstead Manor. Group 1s are always essential for any stallion, really, to make them interesting, exciting and acceptable to breeders up and down the country and abroad. So that will be an important part of his career, really, to notch that up. That having been said, he holds 2 course records, he's run some exceptional races, but he comes to the race in good form.